Tyler Capital Group.
What's going on, Mike?
Hey, not much, man. I'm actually just giving you a call here because my assistant Resell, she had spoken with you about a week ago about one of your properties you have listed on Sierra Street. And I'm actually her manager here, and I was just following up to see if you had a chance to take a look at the LOI, if you guys had a chance to present it to the seller.
I did kind of let them know what it was. It was going to be well below anything they would consider.
Okay, when you're saying well below, what do you mean by well below? Because from my calculations, it looks like if they were to sell it to 435, they wouldn't be walking away with much.
Well, here's the thing: is their break even. Their break even is more than what you guys had offered. So I think what were you guys at? You guys were at like 2 something, weren't you?
Well, we were offering 10,000 straight to the seller. We were going to pay for all the title costs and transfer taxes, and we were going to pay 2.5% for your commission.
Okay. What was the? Maybe I'll pull it up again. Driving here right now. Give me the short version. Like, what was the purchase price?
Yeah. So the purchase price was $435, right? But if we're doing subject to, right, if we're taking over the existing mortgage, because the existing mortgage that I'm showing is like $384,000. I think I'm pretty close on that number. So when I did the calculation here of 435 times 0.92 minus 384,
That's what it was. As far as creative financing, I proposed to them those types of offers because obviously, meet a lot of people because they have a great interest rate,
Yeah.
A lot of people want to just do that subject to, but they need to be out from underneath it. So they can't have it on either of their credits. So subject to is just not an option for them. I've positioned it to them a couple different ways. I let them know that when somebody pays the mortgage for you for 12 months, that it doesn't count against your DTI, but they know at the end of the day they're at risk for it. They just don't want to. They don't want to take on any sort of risk like that. So they are not open any sort of like seller finance or subject to or anything like that. Unfortunately.
Gotcha. I definitely understand. I mean, it's definitely a little scary, especially when you're getting a bunch of phone calls. We're a reputable investor, right? I think you saw my POF that we just sent out that was recent. And, I have a lot of different capital partners. And if it means them purchasing another property as well, they don't even have to wait 12 months. If they want to buy a property now, they could buy a property now. We have a special relationship with lenders that work with us because this is the type of financing that we do. So they figured out a way for them to purchase a property while we're purchasing their property subject to. So if that's something they'll be interested in, that is also on the table as well. And when it comes down to the mortgage staying in their name, it's just, they'll continue building their credit. We'll make sure that it's serviced by a third-party servicing company. We'll do, we're going to put a tenant in there. We're going to do everything. So there's no reason why we would miss any payments. The other thing is, if you want to let them know that we're so confident in this that we're even going to put a performance note in there that if we miss any payments like 61 days or more, so let's say if I get abducted by aliens, for example, or my partners do, they get to record the property right back into their name and keep the down payment, keep everything we've done to the house, keep the tenant if they want to. So the risk is mostly on our end because if we miss 2 payments, we're done. So we're not trying to do that. And with the mortgage underneath their name, let them know that we hold it average 7 years. They could be out in 3 or 4. It just depends on our, if we exit, if we do refinance, or if we sell, or sometimes we sell to hedge funds and portfolio, like we portfolio loans. What I can possibly do here, Joey, is if this would help move the needle, With all that being said, if you can go back to them with that, I can see if I can maybe get some extra money for them at the table and still cover the closing cost. I might be able to get, because I got to get this approved by my capital partners, but I might be able to get approved maybe as much as 15K to them, which is pretty much going to be exactly what they would be receiving without you dropping the purchase price and without you guys having to keep the house on the market much longer.
I'll definitely propose it to them, okay?
Yeah.
I'll promise you that. I'll talk to them because we do have an offer on the table they're not ecstatic about right now.
Okay.
So I'll propose it to them. The whole thing is to kind of give you full disclosures. They're getting divorced. So taking back the property, if that's the recourse, that's what they're going to ask. Well, what if they stop paying when you take back the property? If that's the recourse, not something they're interested in doing. They want to be out from underneath it. And, if they're going to be just kicking the can down the road where it's like, if that's our only thing, they stop paying, we're just going to end up having to list the house again and go through all this again. So that's not what they want to get themselves into. But again, like I said, it may be intriguing enough that they're, instead of break even, maybe they can walk away with a little bit of money. I mean, maybe that's what they want to do. They've both moved on to other living situations.
Okay.
So they're not terribly concerned with like where they're going to be living or purchasing another house. But, they're never going to talk to each other again, most likely. So, if they just want to be done with it, and so subject to doesn't allow them to do that in order to sell their financing, which obviously I've gotten hit up with a few times. Anytime you get a house that's on the market for 14 days, it's like blown up,
Yeah.
And I get it. I get it because, it is, I mean, I'd buy anything subject to,
Yeah.
It's great,
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just kind of a weird situation here where I don't know if it would, but
I've done many like a lot of our subject twos are people divorcing that have no equity, and they just want to be done with the payments because I'm assuming they're still making mortgage payments, right? But they've moved on, so they're paying half the mortgage, right? So is this house vacant?
It is right now.
Yeah, so it's a vacant house. They're making mortgage payments. People are probably calling lowballing you. And if they sell at a lower price, they're going to have to bring money to the table. If you can do me this, I mean, show them my POF. I mean, you got a POF. I think there's like close to like $1 million there, I think right now. And that's not including like my capital partners POF, like that the money that they have, like it's like we're like one big investor circle. So I mean, we don't miss payments, because we're gonna put money in this house, we're gonna do all sorts of stuff. We're probably gonna turn it into a midterm rental. We might we're probably gonna buy furniture for it because we have a lot of relationships with hospitals, insurance carriers, staffing agencies for nurses. And so, we would rent this out. I mean, it's in Glendale. So, I'd love the opportunity to grab this from you and, pay your commission and you'd be done with it and they would be done with it. And we close in under 30 days. And we'll close with a Pioneer title.
So here's I want to make sure I understand correctly. So I make sure when I give it to them that I'm explaining everything appropriately.
Yeah.
So we're saying subject to basically taking over their current mortgage.
Yep.
Putting $15,000. Well, you have to get that approved yet, but let's just say $15,000 in their pocket.
Yep.
You would pay my commission, which is 3%, buddy. But that's what it is. I mean, you look at the MLS. I'm paying 3% and getting 3%. So
gotcha.
Let's say paying my commission.
Okay.
And closing costs to Pioneer title and everything.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the crux of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's very simple, and there's no appraisals. We do max 2 inspections, and that's it. And then we'll close under 30 days.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll connect with them again because they, like I said, wanted to counter this offer that they have now. But I'll present them when we talk about the counter. I'll present to them this again.
Yeah.
And just see what their thoughts are on it.
Yeah, it'll be a super easy, smooth transaction. I mean, it honestly doesn't get easier. There's no banks involved, nothing. It's just a title company, us, we take care of everything. We have a transaction